Hello, my name is Jessica Asbury, and I own a small training center in Norton, Virginia. My 4-year anniversary as the owner of Park Avenue Academy will be July 5th of this year. We were the first training center in our area. The closest available training center before me, other than like the vocational school for high school students, was about an hour and a half away. So I was the first person to come in and offer this to my community. I'd previously owned a salon before for about 6 years in another smaller town, a neighboring town. And then I worked and got my training as an instructor so I could teach school, and I taught at a school about an hour away. After many of my clientele from my hometown area started showing their interest in training, when I had opened my salon, I decided I need to put something in this area. I need to offer this for people who, don't want to travel an hour and a half or can't because they have kids or a job. So I opened up, and I have people from all sorts of counties near me because I'm still the closest one. I have people driving 40 minutes from Kentucky, or I have people driving from Tennessee because I'm still closer than the other one just from their direction. So, I really wanted to be able to offer that to my area. Even I myself, I didn't take my training in high school at the VOTEC school. I waited till I graduated, and I had to travel at that time to Abingdon, Virginia, which is a good 45-50 minutes away from me. So I was a single mother up until last October, so I'm a newlywed, but my business was built by me alone. I live month to month, and I keep my tuition costs very low. I want everyone to have the opportunity to achieve their dreams if this is what their dream is, to have a hair salon or to be able to do hair, or there's so many things they could do with this career. I wanted to be able to do that. So the majority of my students over the years, they have also been single mothers. And I take a great deal of pride in that because keeping my tuition costs low, because, I know what I could afford when it was just me and my son, and just trying to make a living and trying to do better for your family. So I wanted to make sure that my tuition costs were low enough for a one-income family. I want it to be manageable enough to where they weren't, stressed out about their payments or stressed out about, things with their child, their family. So that was one of my biggest goals. I didn't do the accreditation to get like the federal funding because it costs thousands and thousands of dollars, and my area is such a small community. It's wonderful, and we're still important even though we're small, but I knew with that federal funding it would be great, but the cost would be, tremendous. So I just decided, and I would make thousands of dollars off of that tuition, but I just decided, I'm going to keep it small. I do about $2,000 for their tuition. They have payments as low as $100 a month. So I just wanted to make sure that I could do that. I'm in great standing with the Virginia Board of Barbers and Cosmetologists. I have a 100% pass rate. So for me in this small town, I'm able to provide that, and every one of my students that have went to state board have passed. So there's a 2-part test that they can take, and it's like a practical hands-on, and then there's a theory where it's bookwork, paperwork. So I've graduated several students who now work throughout our region. I also not only have the students there, but I have a salon side as well. So I have a salon and a school in the same building. They kind of just intertwine and work together. But I have 2 barbers that are licensed in there that keep several customers local. We don't have a lot of like barbers who can do, a lot of before us, that there wasn't a lot of younger barbers who could do, provide to different types of clientele with different types of hair. So, I was able to bring that into the community, and we're able to teach our students that as well. So we're also going to have more that when they graduate, they can go out and do the same things that these guys are, because they're teaching them this different type of training. So I take a great deal of pride in that as well. Right now, we're basically waiting to find out when we can go back to work. I've completely stopped taking booth rent from my two barbers. They rent a booth from me monthly, and I didn't want to take that. If they could not be in there working, I didn't want to take that and put them in a hard place either. My students are not coming to school, so I'm also not receiving their monthly tuition. And then on top of that, I'm not able to do any clients' hair, service any clients that I do, because I do a little bit of everything. I teach, and I have my own clients, and then I manage in the salon and manage a school and do paperwork and grade work and all that. But I'm not able to do any of the things that would bring in income for me and my family. So I'm still having to pay rent on my building, still having to keep the electricity on, still needing to keep the phone, the internet, the water on, just for when we do go back. I need to be prepared. I recently got an email from the company that allows us to take credit cards, like for people that don't have cash or check, they'll use their card, which most people do. They wanted to send me 2 collections for $95.95, and at that, I still haven't received like a stimulus or unemployment or anything like that. So, I called and tried to explain to them, I've always paid and I've always worked, but right now, I don't have any income, and they still sent me. So they still sent me 2 collections. So I'm hoping, funding that I get, I've got to make things right with the companies that I had that keep me going. I have apps that my students log in with, and they keep up with their hours and their grades. All these things have to get paid monthly, and I'm a little apprehensive just about how to keep these things working and going. And when I do go back, the pressure and the anxiety of just able to get back afloat and be able to just run my business and not stress about how to just catch up. I'm gonna spend, I feel like, half of the year just trying to get caught back up from this time off. So it's been very scary, and I appreciate people trying to help, and people are applying, and I know some people get it. That's wonderful. I think anybody that can get help, I know several other salon owners in the area, and any help they get, I'm so happy for them. But we all need something, and I always our salon has always been very well at giving back. Every year we do back to school haircuts for our county. We do it for 4 schools in our area. We go to the school, and any child that wants a haircut, we split up. A lot of times it's on the same night, or 2. We do it in 2 days, because we go for like the meet the teacher night, and we set up and we cut hundreds of children's hair. I mean, I think last year it was way over 200. So that's something that we try to do. We try to help. At Christmas we try to give away free cuts here, and we try to. One year we gave away hams for Christmas, and big stockings full of candy. I always try to give back and give to my community, and I hate to be the person on the other end needing to receive. I like giving a lot better, but at this time I do have to be on this end. So I appreciate it. So thanks for listening.